Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another live edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming to you live from the WWDB TV studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Is that today?
That is today, Saturday, right? It's Saturday, right? Good morning, Jennifer. She's already out there. Ronald, good morning. The crew is filing in. Today is, what is today's date? I don't even know what today's date is. Today's May 6th, right?
Like May 6th.
May 6th, 2 days after my wife's birthday.
And yesterday was the Revenge of the Fifth.
That's a Revenge of the Fifth. Oh, very good.
Keep
Star
talking.
Wars
There we
people.
go. Okay.
All right. If you're watching us on Facebook, thank you so very much. You have two options there, www.dbtv.com page, or, of course, if you're already watching us on the Thoughts Count Anywhere show page, you're already there. However, if you like YouTube, guess what? You can find the shows under the same title names, www.dbtv on YouTube.
It wasn't me that.
You not getting
Thoughts
on
Count.
this?
I'm in the middle of a sentence.
So?
Thoughts Count on YouTube. If you're on the go, WWDB-TV on your Android, download the phone. Man, we started this crap at quarter of, folks. We've been laughing our butts off before the show even went on the air. WWDB-TV LV to your Apple product. And, of course, you can always go to Roku and check it down. Shut up, Chief.
Like the guy with the iPad is like, Apple product. He's got an iPhone and an iPad in front of him.
Anyway, that's that. You know, Chief. You know me. John's behind the board. More importantly, you all are out there enjoying our craziness around here. And today, we have
It's a madhouse.
It's a madhouse. Go ahead, Chief.
Hey, in serious note,
Yes, serious.
Miss Jennifer, congratulations.
Oh,
on
yes.
20 years. Yesterday on your Facebook page, I was outstanding. You know, Mr. John and I were talking this morning about school and how schools have changed in the years coming forward. And to see you get such high praise yesterday or Thursday, whichever day it was. You know, Chief's old, so I don't.
He thinks it was last week.
You know, I don't
Who
remember
knows?
things. I don't. But anyway, congratulations.
No, absolutely.
Honey. We love you.
Kudos, Jennifer, for sure. Anyway, we got a pretty stacked show today. The first hour, we're going to spend the majority of our time stacked.
Ooh.
Yeah, stacked. What's wrong with that? We
Okay.
have a all right.
I'm ready.
Let me,
Man. I took my
Let's
medicine.
put that
I'm
for
ready,
Liz
man.
later.
I took the medicine.
listen,
this
I'm still
morning.
laughing from the pre-show before we went live conversation.
Don't go there.
No, I won't. About potential wrestlers.
Yes.
But anyway, let's change it up. We have a very busy show today.
It was dark in the studio earlier.
The first hour, we're going to spend a lot of time previewing Backlash tonight. Oh, my God. Coming from Puerto Rico. Oh, my Lord.
That's something in your throat there, Chief.
Second hour,
Bad funny.
we're gonna have two guests coming on. Jennifer Haas, AJ Caprio. They are going to be here. They are partners in a business called Infinite Wellness LV. Of course, we saw Mike Brown last week, who was part of that as well. They will be videoing in. And then by approximately 20 after 10 our time, we will air our interview with the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
We've only been talking about them since November, courtesy of Ronald Young. And we'll run that. And by the time that is complete, we'll have just a few minutes left. We'll see what else we can squeeze in, if for nothing else, at least a goodbye. And that's today's show, 702-992-3207. We have our headsets ready to go. Call us. We'd love to hear your predictions for Backlash. You look befuddled.
We're going to squeeze a stack. Let's go.
With that, with that, it is time now for Matt and I Hear Voices. No, story time. Come on, Chief.
And now here is your storytelling host, Matt Mullen, the Mr. Rogers of the Fremont Street neighborhood. Take it away, Matt. What's happening in the neighborhood?
Just to correct everything, this is story time with Matt. Take it away, Matt.
If only there was like a video intro that played right before this to let him know or something.
It's a madhouse. Anyway.
But I didn't really have a story, like thinking about it yesterday until like last night. There was this crazy lady sitting at the outside bar of Heart Attack Grill.
I know her.
And she wouldn't leave. So I go around the bar and I was like, hey, you got to be a customer to be in here. You got to go. Can't just sit here to take up space. We're busy. And she's just staring at me with like the blankest face. And I was like, are you okay? And I was like, you know what? If you don't leave, I'm going to move you. And I grabbed my cuffs and I just made the clicking noise. And she was like, it was like the brain cells came back. And she was like, and just started going off on me. And she's like, I'm smarter than you. And I was like, what's 7 times 7? And then the blank face returned. And I was like, that's what I thought.
Wasn't one of
Get
my
out.
former students.
No. And then she's like, I'm an undercover cop. And I was like, well, usually undercover cops don't say they're undercover cops. And by the way, that's a felony. Leave before I change my mind.
Jeez.
And she's in there going on. And there's like this crowd at the crosswalk watching her, and they're dying laughing. And I'm just, the amount of insults that were going was just hilarious. And she eventually got tired of it. And she even sent attack birds after me. That was a good one.
Attack
She was
birds?
like, look, there's a pigeon right behind you. I sent him.
Oh
No
my.
flying monkeys.
Was she Dr. Doolittle?
I don't know. She
disguise?
looked like she was a couple of fries short of a Happy Meal. So I wasn't like too mean about it, but
You weren't sticking around.
she eventually left, and it was all good after that.
Oh my goodness gracious. It takes all kinds, doesn't it? Good morning, Brandy. You're in there. We thank you so much for joining us, of course, as always, and everybody out there. If you are watching us on YouTube, you too can send us comments because they do come into the flow that John can see, and we do post them up. So if you are watching on YouTube, send us comments, predictions on Backlash, whatever you want. Looking forward to Savannah Bananas and Jennifer and AJ coming up later.
You know, I just want to change subject for a minute.
Okay.
Tying in with what Matt said, though, I saw yesterday that I think we're ranked. We're one of the top 8 states in the country that have the highest mental health rates.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's just funny. Don't take this wrong. We make light with Matt's great stories about Fremont Street every week, but there is a whole lot of
The reality is,
mental
it's a real
health
issue.
is
Absolutely.
needed.
Absolutely. We've talked about that quite often throughout the years. Zachary says, hello, Matt.
What's
For you
up?
there, sir. All right, let's get started here. We have a packed show.
Oh,
I will no longer say stacked.
Wait, I got one more thing too. Shout out to my sister, Miss Brandy. She did a great job organizing the fundraiser
Oh, yes.
for our young man. There was over $800 raised
Very nice.
last weekend for the family.
Terrific. Great job, Brandy. By the way, continued success on your, we'll just call it wellness plan.
Yes.
So congratulations. Keep that up. All right, guys, it is time for some voices, some rumors that are out there. We only have a couple.
I hear voices.
No doubt in my mind.
That was
I got him. Yes.
son of a bitch. Swear to God. Rumor is the next challengers lining up for Roman Reigns are AJ Styles, Sheamus, and one Karrion Kross, gentlemen. AJ came back this past week along with the OC. It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
For limited action that he was involved with. So I'm glad he's back.
Can't do it.
How does it was Styles.
I said,
God. Cheap plug for John's show.
I said a long time ago
Yes.
that AJ should get a run at the championship belt.
Right.
And I really feel he would represent wrestling as a champion.
And he has in the past. He's won the WWE belts.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
But it would still be a tough challenge if you just look at the David and Goliath type story just in terms of size, if nothing else.
Well, see,
Very
Right.
true.
but
No.
see, they don't do it the right way.
Right.
First thing, if I was managing AJ, you know what I'd tell him?
What's
The
that?
first thing is step on his feet. Then when he goes down to his knees,
Mm-hmm.
hit him in the chops.
Mm-hmm.
Then when he gets up, then you kick him in the kneecaps. He's done.
There you go.
He's done.
Sound advice.
He's done.
So
Why don't wrestlers step on other people's? The only time they ever did it is when there was a barefoot wrestler.
that's very true.
Riddle.
That's right.
Exactly.
Rusev used to get it too when he started wrestling
Yep.
barefoot.
Yep.
Before although he changed to boots, if I remember, he fell out of the ring and hurt his foot or
His
something.
ankle.
And then they told him to wear the boots because it gave him support for his ankle.
Yes.
They
Yes,
did
sir.
that as well.
Yes, sir.
Sheamus, I think, is a no-brainer
Yeah,
to go against him. And in a way, Karrion also is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So if these three individuals are the hat trick in whatever order they're going to be, should be terrific matches and feuds going down the line. But with AJ, I'm wondering if they do give him a push to go after and maybe even win the title at some point. Is this a final push for AJ? Because he's talking that when this contract ends, he's going to probably retire.
Yeah.
He's going to retire with this contract, things like that. How much more does AJ have in the tank over the coming couple of years? Is this a final push that may happen for him if they line him up to do that?
I would like to definitely see him get one more title run at least before he retires. He's literally one of the best to ever step into a ring. Even when people come back or want to train to come back, everyone wants to go against AJ.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. AJ, it would be another great match, Theory and AJ.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great match as well.
AJ's 45 years old.
So then the other question is how many years is he currently left on his WWE contract? Because he has said that no, because when he signed this current contract, I believe he said something along the lines of, this will be his last contract and he will retire when this contract runs out.
Yeah.
So then again, he's been out 6 months roughly with this latest injury, which we know is going to be tacked on at the end anyway, as they always do with everybody.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. Next rumor is Grayson Waller is in for a huge push on SmackDown with a heavy rumor he might join Judgment Day. Good fit?
I could definitely see him getting a big push. I don't know about Judgment Day because those guys are getting nuclear heat right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if they push Waller the right way, he could be a big deal on SmackDown.
And Waller was the one that was kind of having a little toe-to-toe or mouth-to-mouth or face-to-face with Shawn down in NXT as well, right?
Yep.
It's just interesting. Does Judgment Day really need another person unless
No.
Rhea is going to be more or less absent from Judgment Day because of her title? And do they need another replacement for that to go with 4 guys up against 4 guys in other competition?
Well, you bring up a good point there.
Thank you.
Can
Can I take the rest of the show off?
Sure, go ahead. We don't need you. See ya. Bye. No, anyway, Rhea could go on as the women's champion,
Mm-hmm.
strictly. They could bring Grayson on. I'm thinking of the LWO. They
Mhm.
have 4 men,
Right.
okay? They moved Selena in because of Rhea being with Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the feud ends, well, what's going to happen with Selena and what's
Mhm.
going to happen with Rhea? Rhea's still got the strap.
Right.
I don't think Grayson needs to go to LWO.
Mhm.
I'd rather see Grayson Waller against Austin Theory
Mm-hmm.
somewhere down the line for a championship match.
Yeah.
Because my thought is they both came up from NXT.
Mm-hmm.
They both are developed. Well, one's developed on the main stage now.
Mm-hmm.
You get Waller the same push, let him have the match. That's my thought. But I want to go back to the first one.
Real quickly, because we got to go to break.
Yeah, real quickly.
Mhm.
One person I think I would add to that is Solo Sikoa. Even though it's Roman Reigns, I still think he needs to be up there.
I think that's going to be farther down the line, but from what the rumor said, this is going to be the matches for
The next year.
the next 3 pay-per-views, which are Money in the Bank, Clash of Champions, and SummerSlam.
Okay. And Money in Bank is overseas also. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting as well. All right. With that, we're going to
Cool.
step aside for our first break of the show. When we come back, we're going to start getting into Backlash And then we also have the Chiefs run coming up at the bottom of the hour. I don't know what he's going to do. Of course, nobody ever knows. I don't think he knows what he's going to do. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be right back.
Aloha, this is April Hom, the Royal Hawaiian from Glow, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Infinite Wellness, a woman-owned family clinic in the heart of Las Vegas specializing in regenerative medicine. Our stem cell and exome therapies have helped patients avoid surgery, repair joint tears, improve CTE symptoms, become pain-free, and continue activities they have grown to love. Whether you need to begin your health journey, stay at your peak, break through a barrier, repair your body, turn back the signs of aging, or boost your beauty, Infinite Wellness can help you achieve your goals and reach your potential.
All right, welcome back. Hopefully you're enjoying today's show as much as we are, especially when the microphones are not on. Anyway,
Were they on?
no, during the commercial break? At least I hope they weren't on.
They weren't on.
Okay, good.
I'm not stupid.
702
Says who?
992-3207. Give us a call as we're going to start talking about backlash here. But I do want to, but you know what? Before we go into backlash, you brought up a great topic here, Matt, even though you spelled discussion wrong, but that's okay. Discussion. But you were typing this early. I know you've had a hell of a week. So Mick Foley said on his podcast that the Bloodline is the most successful wrestling group ever. Do you agree? Love you.
You believe this shit?
I was on my way home last night, and I heard Foley talk on his podcast, and he was like, "The Bloodline is the most successful group of all time in wrestling," and I was like, I don't know about that.
Well, I think if I ask who do you have in mind, I have a funny feeling we're all going to come up with the same. So who would you say would be the best?
The most you didn't even say the best or like the most
successful.
Most successful.
Right.
I would almost have to agree with Foley. I think it is the Bloodline at this point.
Okay. All right.
They have the longest reigning tag team champions.
Okay.
And Roman's like the biggest draw in wrestling in probably the last 20 years. So.
Okay. That's fair. Chief? That's where I thought. I knew for sure. Four Horsemen, yes, collectively, the length of time that they've had titles, probably in one single hold, like you're talking about, the Usos and Roman. But when you look at, I guess, over the years of culmination, how long the Four Horsemen were together, and maybe the total amount of titles that they've had throughout that time, where this is just the Bloodline for, I shouldn't say just, 2 years, 3 years, which is a hell of a long time for a group to be together anyway. But I thought,
especially today.
I think to me, Four Horsemen overall. But if we look at the 90s forward,
but how many different groups of the Four Horsemen have there been?
True, I'll grant you that.
There's been way too many incarnations of.
But I think if we go back to the original four, it was Flair. You had Arn Anderson, right? Tully. And why am I blanking on the fourth?
Ole.
Oh, and Ole Anderson. I think that's the original. That's who I was thinking of.
And then Ole left and Barry Windham come in.
Right. Yeah. But you're right, though. That is a great point, though, Matt.
And one
thing, the Bloodline staying together.
One thing we can't forget, though.
Right.
Is J.J. Dillon.
Right. As the manager.
He was the glue.
Yeah. Well, J.J. Dillon can be compared to Paul Heyman in the Bloodline story for sure, right?
Yep.
Foley compared those two and said you can have the Four Horsemen without Tully or JJ, but you can't really have the Bloodline without Paul Heyman.
I think Mick's fallen on his head too many times.
That fall from the cage made it. Yeah, I could see the difference.
I just knew this was gonna rub him the wrong way. So that's why
is that why you did it?
I'm
surprised the Judgment Day didn't slide in there somewhere.
I'll give you another good faction too. The Von Erichs.
Were they really a
they weren't a faction? They were just brothers.
The Von Erichs.
But were they really a faction?
Down in Texas, they were. Yes, sir.
To me, I'm thinking of a faction along with like. I hear what you're saying, and I see why. But I don't think of them as a faction. I think of them as a true family that wrestles together. And to me, in my mind, I'll fuck you too. All right, next.
I'll give you another one.
Go ahead.
Roman Reigns, John Moxley. You want to name the third one?
Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's another one.
They're up there.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's true. That's a good one.
see, I don't try to rub you the wrong way, man. I try to help you out sometimes, but I still say overall longevity wise, all right. I think the Four Horsemen,
Would the Four Horsemen work today in the world of pro wrestling?
No, they're too old.
Shut up.
It's got a promo from the retirement home.
I'd like.
He's gonna snap.
I'd like to have the money. I'd like to have the money.
Ric Flair'd like to have his money back too.
That they can make today.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm sure Jimmy'd like to have his money back too. That he's had to pay for all his alcohol and yeah. We'll just leave that alone.
Who's Jimmy?
Or Jay, I mean, Mr. Uso.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, who is?
Well, you gave us the wrong name.
Who am I
so
talking about?
they both have had their problems though with
Well,
that. But anyway,
hey,
how about the
but-
Hardys? No, they were a tag
No.
team. But I was thinking, we're talking great comeback stories, so that's a whole other topic.
It's
But would they work today? Would a Four Horsemen faction like that work today? Obviously, it can. We're seeing it with Judgment Day. We're seeing it with the Bloodline.
if they were, if the guys were in their prime,
Right.
okay. Wrestling today, could it work? Absolutely.
Ronald puts in another great case here.
Talk to
How
me.
about DX and the NWO?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were saying that like
Yeah.
there was a poll they were putting up. It was like, who's the best faction? Bloodline, NWO, Four Horsemen, or DX?
To me, the one thing with the NWO though is sort of like what you were kind of alluding to with the Four Horsemen. They had so many people come in and out as to who was part of the NWO, who, and we're not talking just the originals. We're not talking just Hogan and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. But
Right.
I mean, crap, you had Dennis Rodman as part of the NWO.
They
one
got to
time.
like 20 members
You know,
plus the
right.
Wolf Pack.
Right, exactly.
What about aces and eights?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. That was another good one.
That was a good one.
Led by Bully. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm glad that one came up.
See? So there.
Anyway, all right, let's get to it. Let's talk about matches.
All right.
We're gonna go. I'm gonna work the list.
We're going
bottom
to
up.
backlash.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go bottom up. Seth Rollins versus Amos.
You're always bottom up.
I know.
Seth
When I die, I
Rollins
want my
ver-
ass up in the air so everybody can
Seth
kiss it.
Rollins versus Omos.
Who did I read yesterday? Somebody was giving advice to Seth Rollins, and I'm sorry I don't remember who was.
It was me.
No, it was an article I
I
read.
kicked him in the. I told him.
I know, kick him.
I told him to kick almost in the kneecaps.
The person
Cut the
suggested
tree down.
Seth Rollins should stay completely away from Amos
Why?
because it's a bad. First of all, it's a one-off. I mean, where did this match come from?
Out of the blue.
I think we're so used to expectations of some semblance of storyline.
Is this the potty break match?
Well, it's the first
No.
one. It could be the extended break.
Just saying.
It's Seth Rollins.
Just-
He could wrestle a broomstick and make it look good.
Are you saying take my money?
I don't know if I'd say take my money, but
Okay.
Seth Rollins is going to make Omos look fucking amazing.
Yeah, he will. I agree with that. Oh, Brandy says, along your strategy of kicking,
Hey,
where do you
well,
think she suggested to kick next?
It's a Dick.
Yeah, just right there. That's what it
Dick
says.
Rick. Or
Dick-
Rick Dick. Or
Ricky
whatever
Dick.
his name. I
Ricky
forget
Dick.
his name.
All right, so Seth Rollins, Amos.
I want to see Seth Rollins catch Omos with like the Joel Embiid stomp from the other night. that looked painful.
I want to see Seth Rollins do it to MVP.
Ooh.
I want to see a stomp from like the second rope or
Seth
something.
Rollins.
You almost have to do it, even with Amos on all fours to line up. He would probably be to the second rope anyway on all
Yeah.
fours.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins. I agree. We're going to make that a hat trick. All right, United States Championship. Theory, Reed, and Lashley. Interesting triple threat for the belt for United States Championship. Now, if we want to move Austin along into some of these other feuds like we were talking about, although with Waller having the belt would be as well. But do we see Theory maybe getting into the tournament for this new belt?
Yeah.
Would he need to drop the United States belt before getting entered into the tournament, or can he keep that belt through the tournament and become Theory 2 belts?
You know, this is a tough match.
You know, yeah, Bronson Reed, who just returned within a couple of months ago, and of course, Lashley and Theory have had their
Mr. Lashley's had the belt before.
right.
If this is the time where, you bring up a good point. Could he beat two belts? Possibly. Is it possibly Bronson Reed's time too, for him to win the belt?
I would like to see Bronson Reed win it,
So would I.
just because I've always been a big fan of his.
Yep.
And I'm glad WWE brought him back.
Yes.
But I think Theory, by hook or by crook, somehow is going to retain that belt.
And I said earlier, Theory and Grayson Waller. So I got to go with Theory.
All right, so you guys are going with Theory to retain. All right.
Who you taking?
I'm actually going to go with you guys. I don't know. The storyline between Lashley and Theory, this could be sort of like a payoff to finally get that done with those guys. I don't know if I see Bronson really going more into that heavyweight belt tournament, the new tournament, than keeping the U.S. belt.
Okay.
So we're going to make that a hat trick as well. By the way,
Yes.
Brandy got into Facebook. She got a notification, Facebook guidelined because of her comment about where the next kick should be. So obviously they don't like that word. And Facebook kind of yelled at her through messaging. Anyway, she also.
Mark Zuckerberg must be an Omos fan.
The correct word is Richard.
Richard, right.
Use Peter.
By the way, I mean, it is a name of somebody. I mean, you can use Tricky Dick Nixon, right? I mean, that was his nickname. So
Do you know?
our buddy
Yeah,
Richard, our buddy Richard went to Ricky because he didn't want to be known as that growing
Do
up.
you know? Before L.A. Knight got famous, when he was wrestling back in Indiana, his wrestling name was Dick Rick.
Brandy clarified. She said it wasn't the word; it was the violence within her statement about the kicking part of that statement that she got guidelined on. Anyway, so be careful, folks. That's the bottom line.
We knew that.
Because Brandy said so. Anyway, all right, we are getting close to the rant. Let's quickly do one more match here. The Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. This is going to lend itself to an interesting, both of these women titles, because of them switching brands. Now they have the belt to the opposite side, which we saw a couple of years ago with Charlotte and Becky. Didn't really go very well. Bianca is approaching becoming the longest reigning women's Raw championship.
Right. Right. And,
Will they go on the technicality of maintaining that streak by becoming the SmackDown champion if they just flip belts? I mean, there's a lot of stuff there, but let's focus on this match, Belair and Sky.
is Io? Let me ask a question.
Mhm.
Who did Io get drafted to, Raw or SmackDown?
Damage control's on SmackDown now.
So they went to SmackDown too.
And Io got the opportunity because she somehow replaced Bayley in that match.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going with Io Sky.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. My gut says so. That's.
I think that's one more heartburn, but
I'm going.
Bianca Belair's
I'm going Io Sky,
Okay.
and I think she's a good wrestler.
And you
And I
said you're going
think
through Bianca?
And I think it's going to be a good match.
I think your stomach feeling's more heartburn, but I also think that
That's
Io
okay.
Sky is going to retain. I think Io Sky is going to win the belt.
That's
Oh, so you
okay.
think we're gonna have a new champ?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. I'm gonna go with Bianca, just because of the title reign length. If they're gonna mess anything up with
And
that.
you know what? Can I make a change on the match?
Okay.
I
wrote it in pen, but okay.
That's okay. Scratch it out. I want to go with Bronson Reed over the other two.
Okay. All right. With that, it is time now for everybody's favorite segment. It is a time where Chief gets 3 minutes of fame. We like to call it the Chief's Rant.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations. Set material conditions Zebra throughout the ship. Make Zebra report to DC Central.
Because the chief says so. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's the Chief's Rant. My 3 minutes of fame is now 2:58. Anyway, I want to do something different today.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's never good.
Uh-oh.
we have people that come into our chat and everything, and I want to shout out Ronald Young, great friend, here every Saturday, trying to take Thomas Burnett's job over, and sometimes I agree, sometimes I disagree, but most of the time I agree with him. Well, anyway, last week I got a package in the mail at home from Thomas, and I got a package in the mail from James. And Thomas's package I threw in the shit can. All right, I just didn't want it. Didn't work. However, Thomas, you need to start listening to Ronald, because I want to show you what Ronald sent me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ronald sent me this picture
Very
through
nice.
the mail
Nice.
Ooh.
by the one and only Ted DiBiase.
That's because everybody's got a price.
Exactly.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah, I think so. I think it's a great picture. I
But
really do.
can I add something to your rant, though?
So, not yet.
Okay, I was just going to say I got a package from him too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, you hold off. So anyway, I
Brandon.
want to say that I want to say thank you to
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald, and it means a lot. Okay, it means a lot to me. And the jabroni next to me, he got the box here, and I just took it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! This is from Ronald too.
Right, that's what did I not
Oh,
say? I got
no.
a package from Ronald too.
Damn.
And mine, but
that package is bigger than mine.
well,
What the hell's that?
I'm clipping the hell out of that
What
one.
the hell? Damn. Look at that.
That's going in the Clip Hall of Fame.
well,
somehow.
I did have twins, by the way.
I thought me and you was buddies, Ronald.
On the next YouTube short.
Anyway,
So I get this box from Ronald, which you can all see is still sealed because it came with instructions. He messaged me saying, "Do not open the box I'm sending you."
well then what are you going to open it for?
Well,
Leave it closed.
The other part of the
Oh.
instruction was that I had to open it on today's show because it came in this past week.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
So,
I think
well, I had the question. What you think? What
Matt should open it.
you think? Matt should
No,
open it for me?
Yeah, I
Go
think
for it.
so. I think Matt should open it.
All right, go ahead, Matt. Chief said so.
I think Matt.
Ronald, I hope you're going to see listen, if this is something worthwhile, I'm firing Thomas right here on the show, and you are in like that. So it better be like a Batman thing or something.
We've
or-
been trying to fire Thomas for like a year.
I know that gives me a reason to get Thomas. So we've been trying to, yeah, you're right. We've been trying to fire him for a year. There you go. Hope it's not ticking, is it? I didn't hear anything ticking in there.
It's okay.
Is it ticking?
If it is, we'll send it back to him. I don't think so.
Brandon wants, while Matt is taking care of the box, Brandon asks, you guys might have covered this on another show. He's asking, who's the biggest heel right now, MJF or Dominic? I know we talked about MJF and Roman, didn't we? At one point? John, do you have a better knife than this little nail clipper you gave us?
It's not what you got, it's how you use it.
Well, I got a bigger
I'm
one
not
than,
used to those small little tools.
do you have a kitchen knife maybe in there that's a little sharper?
Have I got a knife for you?
Bring that sucker over.
Come on,
here.
bring that knife over.
That's okay.
This may take up the whole last half hour.
That's okay.
No, that's okay. Oh, here comes a knife. This is a knife.
You call that a knife? This is a knife.
Well, the first
I
one
got
was
it.
yours too. Yeah, just leave it on the table just in case he needs it.
Don't stick yourself.
Hey, Ronald knows how to pack a
He
damn
does.
box.
I wonder if Ronald's ever worked part-time at a retail store to wrap Christmas
Dude, all he
presents.
did was take it down to the UPS store, the FedEx store.
There you-
and put
Oh,
it
he
in
wasn't
the
gonna take it
box.
out?
Oh, no.
They gave me
no,
this.
No. Ronald. Hey, Ronald. Here you go, buddy.
So all Matt did was over. I thought he was going to take it out too.
No.
Oh, he said to give it back to you.
It's like a bag of potato chips.
Anymore.
Half of it's covered, half of it's empty. You want to take it out now?
Yeah,
Will you make up your mind?
I'm having fun.
Jeez, it's like a ping pong match here with this box.
Take it on. Here you go. Look.
What is it? Is it Batman?
Oh, that's the perfect Aaron gift ever.
It's Batman. Yes.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
It's
What's
Superman.
that?
Ronald, you're hired.
What's that new one that's coming
10
out?
times over, you're hired.
Marvel. It's a Marvel.
That's the best
It's a
Marvel
Mar-
figure ever.
I think it might be Batman.
Oh,
Open it up.
I don't have to. I can read it right there.
We're the fans.
Here,
Good job, Ronald.
Ronald.
You are the man.
Ronald. I haven't hired you yet, but you're fired. Get the
I love
fuck
it.
out of here.
I love it. Hell yeah. Yeah,
I'm gonna
buddy.
show it. I'm gonna. Johnny freaking Knoxville.
Yes,
ladies and
yes,
gentlemen.
yes, yes.
Future WWE Hall of Famer.
Outstanding brother.
Why didn't it come with a mousetrap? That's what I
No,
want to
Sami
know.
Zayn figure does. Just like the one in the same set. It comes with the
His
actual
comes,
mousetrap.
his comes with the bowling balls.
Ronald,
That was all. That's awesome, man.
I love you for the Savannah Bananas.
Hey,
Ronald, you're hired.
But
yeah,
this
buddy.
right now, Thomas,
Ronald,
wherever you are, you may be watching, your job is secure, at least
Ronald.
for this week.
don't worry about it,
Listen,
Ronald.
I don't, I try to not to curse a whole lot. But Ronald,
That's awesome.
what the fuck?
That's awesome.
Do
Jesus.
you want me to block him?
No, hell no.
These guys probably want to run a parade for him.
You got that right.
Man.
Right down Fifth Avenue. That's awesome. I love it. Anyway, folks.
No, he hasn't rapped presence before, but that was a hell of a rap box.
Anyway,
What
folks.
the
Folks, that's the Chiefs rant for today. Over and out.
It even has goggles for the
I
motherfucker.
know.
Yeah.
Well, that's so you can wear them.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's good. That's good.
We're gonna go to break. We'll be right back. The fuck, Johnny Knoxville, my ass. What the
Good job,
hell?
Ronald. You're
Yeah, buddy.
Christ.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
D'Lo Brown. If you want to be part of one of the greatest podcasts on the world, Thoughts Count Anywhere, every Saturday, 9 to 11 Pacific. Now recognize that.
Hey, everybody, Aaron Phillips, and I'm standing with
Anthony Miller.
Hey, I have a quick question for you. What's the name of your favorite wrestling show?
Thoughts Count Anywhere.
What a convenience. Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific. If this guy watches it, better watch it also on Facebook. Hi!
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Yeah, we're ready.
Quick commercial breaks get to us sometimes.
Especially when we get the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like somebody else. What are you doing? Why are you bringing it back over here?
Because I'm going to put it between.
That's a national treasure.
Damn right. I'm putting it over
Yeah,
here.
put it on that side of the table.
So
Maybe I'll drop it in the parking lot and drive over it when I leave
so
here
he
later.
can't reach it.
Jesus Christ. I guess we'll get back to Backlash.
Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, baby.
Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn take on the Usos and Solo Sikoa. There's nothing on the line here, but just a 6-man.
No, it's just the 6-man, I believe.
Usos and Solo. They're going to get their revenge from WrestleMania.
Okay. Usos and Solo. What does it do if that does happen? What does that do to the tag team champions and their standing? I mean, why would the tag team champions lose a 6-man?
I don't think anybody expected Kevin and Sammy to stay champions like long term.
Okay.
So I can see them losing it at like one of the next pay-per-views.
Okay.
You think Roman might show up?
No.
No? Okay, then I'm going with Riddle, Owens, and Zayn.
Okay. I'm going to go that way as well because I just don't. It may end in a scrum, it may end in a disqualification, but to have the tag champs be on the losing side of a 6-man just doesn't make sense to me. So,
Johnny Knoxville, we acknowledge
You
you.
know. Let me. Could this be a place where Solo, if they lose, where Solo
Goes after the Usos.
Uh-huh. Could this be the place possibly
Or at least certainly set something up to go in that
to
direction.
start it?
Sure.
They said Roman's going to be on the next SmackDown after this.
Right.
So if they lose,
They'll be held to
they
pay.
got some explaining to do.
I don't know if you guys saw Ronald's comment after the unveiling of that
Yeah.
piece of crap over there. So voting wise, he says I have a 2 out of 3 vote to replace Thomas Burnett.
Yep.
That's
Is
right.
he working this morning, by the way?
Yeah, Thomas is working.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's working.
This
It's,
sounds like excuses to me.
But throw the turkeys down aisle 7
that's right.
at the store today, folks.
There's a spill. There's a spill in aisle 3, and it's Thomas Burnett. SmackDown Women's Championship: Rhea Ripley, Zelina Vega. Let's face it, Zelina's getting this chance because it's in Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
The LWO.
Yeah, but
Come on.
do we really think Vega's going to win this?
I think it's going to be a good competitive match, but Rhea is not losing her first title defense.
No.
Yeah, but physically, though, again, this is one of those even worse than David and Goliath. And I know Zelina can go in the ring with the right partner.
Well, I was going to say, have you ever seen Selena wrestle?
Yeah.
She can go.
I understand that.
She can go.
One thing she doesn't have, though, is brute strength like Rhea does.
No.
She can just
Well, true.
overpower her with strength.
But something I want to throw out here. I don't see Rey Mysterio, or I don't see Dominic Mysterio, or I don't see the LWO, or I don't see well, Damien's there, but who's the other one?
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. I don't see him. So I think it's going to be more than just the 2 women wrestling. Something's going to happen down
Okay.
the road
Down the road, but not tonight.
tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Tonight,
Okay.
whether it's during the match, after the match, something's going to happen.
Okay. All right.
I think more of the LWO and like Rey Mysterio stuff will happen during the Bad Bunny Damian Priest match.
Mhm.
Point.
Mhm.
Good point. I didn't think of that.
So who you
Bad
pick?
Bunny like can wrestle, but he can only go so far. So I'm sure there's going to be a ton of interference.
I'm going to tell you, he could throw a right hand though.
So who are you picking for that match? Rhea or Zelina? Rhea?
Is there any doubt?
I have to ask just for
Rhea,
official.
my girlfriend.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna complete the hat trick and gonna go with the champ as well. San Juan Street Fight: Bad Bunny, the aforementioned Bad Bunny, and Damian Priest. Thoughts? Now, do we know what
This
is it a typical street fight for everything where everything goes?
Man,
Yeah.
I was going to say something stupid as hell.
Again?
Yeah. Wow.
I'll say what's in the last 5 minutes.
No, I was going. I was going to say, well, this match is in Puerto Rico.
But you said it anyway, didn't you just now?
I was trying to slide it in.
but it is, you can't slide it in when the microphone's
I
alive.
know.
So is this like a typical street fight where anything goes, no
Yeah.
DQs, no
yeah,
nothing?
nothing.
Okay, so
No, no.
this is going to become a cluster, you know what, with LWO and the rest of Judgment Day as well, like we were just talking about.
Yep.
You know,
I think after all the schmoz and all the interference, Bad Bunny's going to somehow win it.
I think he has to because of he's hosting it, right? I mean, he's the unofficial host there in Puerto Rico, his home. But
Although I threw an article out before our show started about Vince not liking Bad Bunny's clothing he had on last night on SmackDown.
I did not see it.
And I just wonder if that could be an influence in the outcome of the match tonight, possibly.
What was so bad about his outfit for?
I was just reading the thing. I guess Vince wasn't mad really, but he had like the
the old WWF logo. Really? I mean,
and
to me, that just tells me he's old school.
So I just wonder if that could play into
It's possible.
the result.
If so, that would be pretty petty, even pettier normally. Than
I'm
Vince
going
would know,
to,
but
you know what? I'm going to go with Bad Bunny though.
Yep.
All right, because he is hosting it.
Absolutely, Chief. I mean, Matt.
I'm Chief.
I know. I'm still Knoxville.
I'm going to go to, I say after all the interference, Bad Bunny.
Okay. So we're all on that. Before we go to what many believe is the main event, I want you to take care of that as well when you get a second. You were going to say something before I hand it back
I
to you.
was. What I can't believe is we're in San Juan, Puerto Rico,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no match with Rey Mysterio. I
Well, he was there last night. SmackDown was there. I mean,
okay.
technically he wrestled in Puerto Rico.
I just no. I can't believe Rey Mysterio is not on the pay-per-view.
However,
He's
and
not
again,
Puerto Rican.
well, I was going to say, I'm
like
going
the
to
other
play
one.
devil's advocate with you. The highlight main parts of the show, though, is not a show built around Ray like WrestleMania was.
No, I get that. I
Yeah,
get
I understand.
that.
Yeah.
But with the Latino culture
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico, I really thought Ray
Mhm.
would be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And maybe he still will be. Who knows? They
Right.
could always add a match.
Oh, of course.
Him and Dominic, that'd be a hell of a match.
Doing a they did a press conference yesterday, and Ray came out with Zelina, and that place is going nuts for freaking Ray.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, so maybe during the championship match, Ray comes out because maybe Rhea gets a little help and Ray's going to come out.
That
So
could
maybe
be.
Dominic comes out to support Rhea
And then
And now
they have
listen-
a tag team match.
or something.
That, I'm all right.
Well, the
with
only
that.
thing with the tag team match, though, is that
Unfortunately, I won't be watching it.
it takes away from the women's championship match.
I agree.
So I think if anything, there'll be a scrum, there'll be this, they'll get thrown out to the back. Dominic and Ray will keep fighting to the back.
Yeah.
They'll be away, and then the ladies can finish
Right,
their match.
right.
That would make sense as a place for them to show up. All right, real quickly before we go to the main event, Chief, you got something there.
I do. Our good friend, Mr. Scott Hosey, Power Play Sports and Collectibles at the Boulevard Mall, is putting on a sports card, toys, and collectibles show at Sam's Town
With this
Hotel
guy
and
right here.
Casino,
Fuck that guy.
August 26th and 27th. Then the next one after that will be November 4th and 5th. Come on out. I believe we're going to be there doing the show, doing our show there.
Yes, sir.
If I'm
Aaron
not
Zara will be there
mistaken.
too. Yes, sir.
And Aaron's hour.
That's if we can get the Wi-Fi fixed.
and Chief and
No, we remember we had trouble with the Wi-Fi.
Oh
last
yes,
time?
yes. And then Chief will be there. I'll be signing autographs. Come over. I'll pay you $5 and I'll sign an autograph.
Oh, wait a minute.
20.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'll
wait,
do
wait.
it for
So-
$250.
Wait a minute. Did you know John wrote a book and he has a book signing, right? Is that what you said the other day?
I have a book signed.
Turn on your microphone so everybody hears it.
Yeah,
John has a book signing.
Hey,
set up.
Chief's going to do more of these Chiefs rant right now. I got 1 minute left, Mr. John. Go ahead.
Speak, freak.
Go ahead.
Okay, you have a book signing?
Yeah, I the last Saturday of every month I do a book signing over at Barnes and Noble.
The one on Rainbow?
The one on Rainbow.
Okay.
Yeah. So you come on out. If you come into Borders and you buy a book, stop by my table and I'll sign it for you.
Nice.
Any
And-
book in the place.
So if I bring my books, you'll sign my
I'll
books?
sign your books.
So he doesn't have a book?
I haven't written a book. I just
He
sign.
just sits there and signs anybody else's books.
So
Get out of
so
here.
so the last Saturday of the month, May the 27th, John will be there sitting like a bump on the log.
when you walk in the door, just to the right.
It's that coffee area.
Yeah, that coffee area
Right.
right there. I'll have a little table set up, and
Whatever book they buy.
whatever book they buy,
Just-
bring it by, and I'll sign it.
There you go.
Now, the last time, I was there about 20 minutes before they kicked me out.
Before they realize
He'll
you
be
didn't
right
have a-
next to the guy asking for $1 for coffee.
Anyway, folks, that's the end of the Chiefs rant
Oh.
this week.
Oh,
There
really?
you have it.
I thought it ended when I
That was a long one.
killed that freaking thing over there. All right, let's go to the main event. That'll
That
take-
freaking thing is Mr. Johnny Knoxville for your edification.
Johnny Fuckville.
How do you
as far
like
as I'm
that?
concerned.
Edification. Well, that's
That's
a damn
fine.
good one.
Save a couple of syllables for next week.
Cha-ching.
All right, let's go to the main event. Cody Rhodes.
Syllables.
Go ahead.
Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Gents, there's this match can go a whole ton of ways. You're right over there. What fell? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, only his microphone. Oh,
He
jeez.
got so damn excited and everything.
See what Johnny Knoxville does? Just the aura. All right.
I'm gonna bring a bowling ball in next week.
Good. We can roll it over. Smash the shit out of that
No,
thing.
no,
Yeah,
no.
use the one on your shoulders.
Bowling ball? All right, let's talk about it. A lot it can go. Initial thoughts about this match. What do you think?
I think it's got to be the main event, even though they're talking about Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest is the main event. Cody versus Brock has a potential to steal the show. And I think Cody Rhodes, I don't know how he's going to win, but I think Cody Rhodes wins.
Okay. Now, are we going to see that? Remember, there's a lot of speculation or some talk that maybe Roman Reigns may have paid off Brock to take Cody out that night. Are we going to maybe see something come out of that, given the Paul Heyman connection and everything? Maybe is that something that we're going to learn tonight? Is someone going to come out with Brock? That would be interesting.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chief?
Wake up, Chief.
I'm gonna give you my answer. It's
Okay.
very simple.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar needs to go back cutting beef. Okay. So in that sense, Cody Rhodes is going to win the match. That's my 2 cents.
Okay. And you said Brock or Cody?
Cody.
Okay. So Cody and Brock. Listen, if they have any thought of Cody and Roman still meeting for that title so that Cody completes the story and keeping this new heavyweight champ tournament or belt away from him, then I believe he has to win as well tonight. If he loses to Brock, I mean, clean, then that really, really is going to hurt any push if they're thinking about him and Roman in the next WrestleMania at all. So Cody, I think, has to win.
Yeah.
If WWE, so it's 3-0
Three.
again.
Yep. We all pretty much agreed on just about every match tonight.
If WWE was smart, okay, now that they've done the draft and the wrestlers have moved to their new locations, some of them, why, to me, it would be smart now with the major pay-per-views. If a wrestler's on Raw and they want to wrestle a wrestler on SmackDown, let it happen.
What's the point of the draft?
Exactly. That's exactly where I'm going. What is the point of a draft?
They always try to keep a brand separated, but as we talked about initially, with the money involved by Fox and USA, there are certain people that Fox wants. There are certain people that USA wants to keep, and that's why I think we're all in agreement. This new belt is part of that equation to give a belt to Raw.
Yeah.
I still, in my own personal opinion, believe that new belt, I'll say the word diminishes, but using a world heavyweight champion title name around that belt, I'm sorry, puts a little kink towards Roman's titling, not titles.
I don't think it hurts Roman's like championship reign at all. I think it just makes the world heavyweight title a consolation prize.
I don't disagree. But the point I was getting, you got a hypothetical. You got an Austin Theory on Raw. You got a Grayson Waller on SmackDown. The two of them want to wrestle each other. Okay, they cross in. All right. Have a match at a pay-per-view. Make the pay-per-view stronger. In my mind, I'm not saying this isn't a good pay-per-view, but I think it could be a lot stronger if you were to take and allow just at the pay-per-views the brands to cross brand and wrestle each other. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying doing it on the shows or anything like that. I'm just saying strengthen the pay-per-views a little bit more.
But if you're saying the pay-per-view is not like a good pay-per-view, the draft hasn't even taken effect yet.
I agree. And
Waller and Theory are actually on the same show now.
No, exactly. But I was using it as an example. Yeah. But what I'm saying is I think just the pay-per-views, not the normal weekly shows or anything like that. Build up some wrestlers on each program, Raw and Raw, SmackDown. But at the pay-per-views also, Raw against SmackDown.
Isn't that what they tried to do early on, like one of the very first
they tried
brand splits and stuff that they did that?
They tried to copy, what was the thing Dusty
How would you promote the match on the pay-per-view, though, if they're on separate brands? And you can't let them cross-promote on TV shows.
I don't know.
I think the draft's actually a better idea just because...
Just a thought.
For, like, the major names, they would have to work both shows, but like the lot lesser names you would never see on TV like ever again because there's only so much TV and you'd have to have Roman, Drew, Cody, all these big names featured on every Raw and SmackDown, and that would leave the undercard completely shit out of luck. So if there's a draft,
Good point.
you have a chance to like get some of these lesser names on TV,
Good
and
point.
eventually get them up.
And look, Cameron Grimes just got approved for his first match against Baron Corbin last night. Next week,
Yeah.
I hope he knocks the snot out of
he
him.
probably will. Yeah, I can't see Cameron Grimes being called up and losing in his first match.
I
to
hope so.
Corbin.
I think you know who Cameron Grimes reminds me of? Sammy, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, like I said,
He does.
they cleaned him up.
He looks good.
He got rid of the long beard, right, and all that stuff. So, all right, we're just about closing up the top of the hour, which means on the other side, as we start hour number 2, our guests, Jennifer Haas and AJ Caprio, both from Infinite Wellness Las Vegas, will be joining us here to talk about the business located down on West Post Road here in town. We got a little snippet of what they're about last week with our guest, Mike Brown. We're going to go a little deeper into the business. Don't hurt yourself. We're going to go a little further into the business, what else they offer, and things along that line. So we're going to wrap it up right here. Don't go anywhere. We got a long and big second hour coming your way.
Hello.
Right after
this.
this.
Sir, Mr. Knoxville. How you doing?
To Infinite Wellness, a woman-owned family clinic in the heart of Las Vegas, specializing in regenerative medicine. Our stem cell and exome therapies have helped patients avoid surgery, repair joint tears, improve CTE symptoms, become pain-free, and continue activities they have grown to love. Whether you need to begin your health journey, stay at your peak, break through a barrier, repair your body, turn back the signs of aging, or boost your beauty, Infinite Wellness can help you achieve your goals and reach your potential.
What happened to AJ? There he is.
AJ,
AJ Caprio joins us. Buddy, how are you?
What's going on, brother?
Do me one favor. Turn
How
your
you
phone. Turn your phone horizontal for me so we fill up that beautiful picture. He's wearing his devil's cap there.
Here.
It'll flip. No,
I just did. I don't know why it's not doing anything.
All right, that's fine. We'll keep it that way then. We're in the New Jersey Devils, coming from my home state and Chiefs' home state, the Garden State. We're waiting for Jennifer to connect as well. But in the meantime, AJ Caprio, one of the business partners, I guess, is that the right title with Infinite Wellness out here?
Yeah, we own a practice, Integrated Pain Management in New Jersey, and then Jenny's my partner. We own Infinite Wellness in Las Vegas together.
Right on. And we had Mike Brown on last week, who was a wealth of information regarding some of the offerings that you guys have there.
Mike's a master when it comes to the peptides. I haven't met one person who knows more than he does. And obviously, you've seen the shape of him. He's a professional bodybuilder. He practices what he preaches. I mean, he was up when we were out there last week. He had already worked out twice and had 2 breakfasts, I think, before I was awake every day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's fit. Go ahead, Chief. You have a question?
No, I was going to say it was fortunate I got to meet AJ last week out here at the wrestling show, and had a chat with him for a few minutes. And but him and Mike both said that they were busy as hell while they were out here the whole time. So kudos to you, my brother.
Yeah, right on. Now joining us also on the show on screen is prior message business partner Jennifer Haas. Jennifer, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm glad we got all the technical difficulties. AJ's on the line as well with us. So, guys, I want to ask this question. Obviously, wellness is a hot topic in our country and world nowadays, especially over the last, 15 years especially. Where did this idea come from to provide these kind of services for wellness?
I mean, I started. I had been researching stem cells for like old shoulder injuries from lifting weights and from wrestling in college, and just by chance, I always say it's the best injury I ever had. My neighbor asked me to play softball. I swung a softball bat, tore my bicep, rolled all the way up, needed surgery.
Wow.
My friend had recommended it. I was going to go to my cousin, who's a very famous surgeon here in New Jersey, but he wasn't using stem cells. Someone recommended a doctor to me, early 30s, by the name of Lloydine Jacobs. fantastic young lady. She did my bicep surgery, reconnected it, and she actually used stem cells after she was done with the surgery. And my results I had from it within a month were insane. I heard nightmarish stories about the recovery from bicep surgery. I was able to bench 225 pounds 4 weeks to the day after having surgery, which they were, unheard of. So my father is a surgeon. He's also a doctor with the Navy. He had 4 strokes. He was barely able to walk. He was struggling to get around. I had asked Dr. Jacobs, hey, can you help my father out? She gave him a couple injections in his SI joint, a couple other injections in his lower back. He was able to walk without a cane. On top of that, we had done a little research about a doctor who was using stem cells to treat Alzheimer's, MS, people with strokes, Parkinson's, whatever, all different types of things, where they go in through your nose and.
Oh, I think AJ got frozen there again.
Yeah, it goes in through your nose and through your nasal cavity, and then it enters the brain membrane. And so it's helped a lot of people with CTE. I know that his father has had numerous strokes, and it reversed those
The side effects.
side effects of the stroke. Yeah. So it's just his face frozen.
Yeah, I know. Why don't we take him off screen until he unfreezes? There we
Hey,
go.
I know her.
Yeah.
Hi.
He's only been there for 15 minutes.
Oh.
What have you been waiting for?
Hi, Jen.
But did you hear what AJ said about his father?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't react. That's why I was asking if you heard it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's done really great things, like he was saying, not only for stroke patients, but this is the fight capital of the world in Las Vegas. There's a lot of fighters and boxers, professional wrestlers, and we have some in treatment now currently to help treat CTE. So a lot of good things are coming down the pike. Not everyone's a professional athlete, but I'm sure everyone has experienced pain in their past. When I got a procedure done on my knees, and the person who got it done right before me was a 80-year-old woman. So it's just, if you want to be pain-free, like, this is a huge thing that is no less of a cost than surgery. I know if there's no downtime, the cost is less, and it really works. So AJ, go ahead. I was trying to finish what you were saying.
No, I appreciate it. I'm just saying, it worked out. It was a good fit to Las Vegas market. I talked to Jenny daily after she had her procedures. She was telling me how much better she felt. I mean, I was amazed by her workout regimen between going to the gym, wrestling, the MMA. And I just thought, listen, rather than South Florida, let's take a shot in Vegas. Jenny and Jordan are wonderful partners. They're great people. And that's kind of how the Vegas office opened.
So AJ, can you talk about CTE, because someone just commented that they didn't think there was any help for CTE, but we're treating patients right now for it.
Yeah, I mean, one of the patients we treated for CTE was, I think everybody knows him here, the Sandman, ECW wrestling legend. My father and him became friends. Todd Gordon from ECW and the Sandman come to our office bi-weekly, and the Sandman asked if my dad could do the procedure on him. So Sandman was actually the first person we treated for CTE with the stem cells, and it's the same procedure you would do for my father with the strokes. It goes right through the nose.
Right.
We have some videos, on the website about it, explaining some of the stuff we did, explaining the procedure to him. And every time I talk to Sandman, he thanks me for it. We're going to actually do it to him again. I want to say it he had it about 4 months ago. I think we're going to try to do it again in another 2 months. So 6 months in between those procedures where you go to the brain, but he's been having great results from it.
So
I personally talked to someone who had it done, and he said literally right after it was done, he started remembering things. Like, it just felt like it opened up pathways in his brain, like connection.
So let me share with our listeners. It's called Infinite Wellness LV, 702-842-2244. Locally, they are located on West Post Road in Las Vegas. You can email them at info@lvinfinitewellness.com, and I'm presuming the website is also lvinfinitewellness.com. Is that correct?
No, the website is infinitewellness.info.
Oh, okay. Thank you for correcting that. I'm just reading off the info that was on the commercial there. Now, Jamie, our friend Jamie out there, who you saw the notice about CTE, he followed up his comment by saying that he doubts if you guys could help, because if you guys help him in Missouri, to do so, you probably don't accept Medicaid or Medicare. So I don't want to get into financing, but how can folks see you financially? What's insurances
As far
in pocket?
Yeah, as far as office visits, like the Medicare will cover like an office visit. It'll cover like the examination, but there's no insurance right now that's covering stem cells. But we're pretty fair. Like I think one of the things I love about Jenny, same thing my dad and I are. We're not money hungry. We want to help everybody. We want everyone to get the same results we have. So if they come to see either Dr. Oliver in Las Vegas or us in New Jersey, they'll be very happy with the pricing compared to the other clinics that they've visited.
Now, Mike, last week when he was with us, commented about online consultations, or is that just with what he's doing regarding the peptides?
That's for the peptides.
We can do online consultations, but it's best if someone's looking to get stem cells or exomes that they would come
Everybody loves the BPC 157 stands for body protecting compound. So we've been actually using that in accordance with the stem cells. So we recommend everybody use that peptide. It's very inexpensive. It's about $300 for 2 to 3 months worth. I turned Jenny onto it a couple months ago for her knees. I take it for my shoulders and lower back. I love it.
So our friend Jamie, though, out there, could he reach you guys? And do you have goals or know people in other markets that you could suggest to him that could help in his particular case to talk to somebody?
Am I back?
Yeah, it depends what.
Hello?
Yeah, we could also do that, and then
Hello?
like EJ was saying, the peptides also.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
So he could also, if he couldn't do the stem cells or he wanted to try something initially.
Am I back now?
Yes.
Peptide and inject that directly into the problem area.
Okay. Jamie suggested that his good friend Aaron Phillips send him a Las Vegas ticket so he can come up and see you guys. I'll tell him when that Aaron Phillips guy shows up, I'll see what he can do for him. Guys, you have a question? Love you, Jamie. You guys have a question?
Okay. Hey, listen, for everyone watching around the country, Las Vegas isn't a bad place to visit. You get to come hang out with Jenny, come to the office, book a ticket to Las Vegas, come see a show, and go get a procedure done.
There you go. That's a 2-for deal if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, so we offer a lot of things at the clinic besides the stem cells and exomes. I think that is going to be the most beneficial to someone who has a major injury and needs to get treatment on it. But we also do, like AJ was saying, the peptides, and there's peptides that can help you with recovery, performance, staying, not aging as rapidly as you would, sexual performance, a whole bunch of other things. We also have an aesthetic line. Since COVID, a lot of people have lost their hair or it's thinned. And so we do a PRP hair restoration. We do like vampire facials, string lifts. So you can actually get a string lift in your face, your breasts or buttocks. And it's almost like a full facelift, but it's an in-office procedure with really no downtime. So a lot of different options.
So could some of this also then for those who could it tighten skin? So let's say, I had the gastric sleeve surgery so many years ago. You have loose skin areas. Can some of these peptide stem cells or some of the other services not remove skin, but help to strengthen and tighten the skin up in a way to recover from that?
People are, obviously it's still in early stages with the stem cells, but people are using stem cells for both for what you just said and also with wound healing. They've been having good results as far as the skin goes. Wound healing, anything with the body, there's something the stem cells can help with.
I think it depends how much skin you would have, Aaron. If there's a lot, that's going to need to have surgery to remove it. But if it's just a little bit, like a little problem area, it definitely, we have before and after pictures from some they definitely have.
So Jamie's comment in there again, and obviously he's interested with his situation. He asks or says, "Excuse my ignorance, but would his dialysis cancel or remove or offset the benefit of stem cells?"
We treat 3 or 4 patients bi-monthly with dialysis in New Jersey, and they're having great results. My dad was actually on temporary dialysis too, and he's not even doesn't have to go. When he had about 3 years ago, we thought he was going to be on dialysis forever for the kidneys. We have bad kidneys running in our family, and he's fine. We treat 3 or 4 people with it now in New Jersey with
Okay.
dialysis. On dialysis, I should say.
Jennifer out in Hawaii.
Another cool.
Go ahead, AJ.
I was gonna say another. Just to mention before, like the CTE, I forgot to throw something in. We work with a lot of the retired NFL players. Being here in New Jersey, obviously, I know Aaron knows I'm a diehard New York Jets fan. One of my friends, Tony Richardson, 17-year NFL pro, is the vice president of NFL Legends. He's hooked us up with a lot of retired Jets players without, obviously, to break HIPAA, a lot of retired players, a lot of guys I watched as a kid, and we're treating them for CTE as well. And we're actually working with the NFL Legends to have put a program together. Same thing like we did with the Sandman. You know, when they're retired, they can come in and see us, not only check their heart, check their legs, that kind of thing, but where we could treat them for CTE. Obviously,
Right.
it's still in the early stages, but having Tony Richardson as our advocate is really, really helping us and getting us involved in the NFL Legends community as well for CTE.
Right on. And of course, here in Vegas, Jennifer, you know, I'm sure there is a local chapter of the NFL Association as well that would probably be more than interested in learning more about this.
Yes, we will. We definitely. We're new, but we're starting to connect with a lot of different organizations.
Right on.
For Jamie, we treated patients who it actually has helped their kidneys. I don't know if AJ wants to talk more about that, but
I just want to let you guys know we only have a couple of minutes left.
okay, you can do the stem cells or
Give me 1 second. Someone just hit a home run, so they're blasting this music again at the field. What was the question?
You can do the stem cells or exome injections directly in the joint, or you can do them through the IV. When you do them through the IV, you have very high benefit.
Well, there you go. All right, while all that's going on in the background, it's drowning you out, Jen. Real quickly, a couple other things, though. I saw aesthetics is something that's offered there as well. Talk about that real quickly.
Yeah, so like I said, the spring facelifts would be involved in that. We did a procedure. It went really well. The hair restoration, we've started doing that there. And that uses your own, and we can also enhance that with stem cells or exomes to kind of put it on steroids. Vampire facials, all kinds of stuff. We have a skincare line with live stem cells in it. So I know I've had some people on it, and they said that it took away all of their age spots, and there's really great before and after pictures. So just a clinic where we kind of want to encompass every aspect of your health. You know, it's every person out there wants to perform optimally and feel their best. So whether you're an athlete or, you know, you're a housewife or anything like that, we have something for you that we could help you with. And
okay, John, you can bring it back. So real quickly, Jen, if you can, just go over some of the contact information for the office.
Yeah, so again, everyone in Las Vegas knows where IKEA is. So we're located right across from IKEA in the Southwest area. It's 8925 West Post Road, Suite 100. But if you'd like to find us on the website, definitely look us up. You can book your appointment right there. It's infinitewellness.info. And then on social media, we're on Instagram, LV Infinite Wellness. So be sure to check us out. You can follow. We post a lot of patients that we've treated.
Cameron gets out. AJ, for those back east in New Jersey, New York, Connecticut area, give some information for the office out there while we have you.
Yeah, I mean, our phone number is 551-285-4250. Our Instagram page, which shows a lot of the pro athletes, a lot of the actors we work with, is Integrated Pain Management, LLC. We have a lot of good info on there. One of our patients, Michael Myers from Halloween, the last 3 Halloween movies, James Jude Courtney, talks a little bit about the stem cell procedures. He's after his last movie that they did, Halloween, was the one before Halloween Ends, Halloween Kills. He got beaten up pretty bad on set. There's a scene at the end where he's getting hit with a bat. He does his own stunts, so he got beaten up pretty bad. He came right to us. We've been treating him since. He has some good information on there.
Okay.
Gil Birmingham from the show Yellowstone, Chief Rainwater's on there. He talks about some of the stuff he's done, from getting beaten up filming long hours in Montana.
Right.
The show, he comes to see us. And then obviously we have a lot of high school wrestlers, a lot of college wrestlers, a lot of MMA guys, all all sharing their results on our Instagram page. So there's some good info on there. If you also want to go to vitacellbiologics.com, that's the product that we use. My uncle's one of the owners of the company. The only thing they use is the actual Wharton's jelly itself with a little bit of saline. There's nothing added to it. There's no sulfur. We actually have test results from Sloan Kettering of the other 9 manufacturers and our stem cells being tested. And out of the 10, we tested by far the highest. We tested between 92.5% and 100% viability. Wow. The average of the other 9 was 68%. And the only reason ours one was as low as 92.5 was we tested it 4.5 hours after it was defrosted, and it only lost 7.5% of its potency.
In closing, let me say this: if you have an ache or something that needs to be looked at, reach out here in Vegas to Infinite Wellness, to Jen and the office locally. 702-842-2244. Of course, that's the commercial that we are running now on the show. There'll be great information. Or reach out to us on Facebook as well. We'll be happy to forward information. Worst case scenario, call Jen, ask a question. If, what, who, how, and I know Jennifer and AJ will guide you the right direction.
Book a trip. Come to beautiful Las Vegas. Come get a procedure done.
There you go. Come to Vegas.
Talking about coming to Vegas, sitting next to me, I have the president of Gotham City Crew, the largest Jets fan organization in the country, with 60,000 Facebook followers. I have him here, Claudio Paul.
What's up?
Hey, Claudio, what you have
to say? Yeah, we're playing in Las Vegas this upcoming season, so we will be making a trip a day early to go visit the spot. So it's going to be a fun Jet outing. Get healthy, and then for those that drink beers,
I gotta wrap this up, Jen.
We're gonna have 50,000 Jets fans coming to the clinic that week. I'm sure Jenny will on vacation.
AJ, I just want to add, I totally forgot. We also do hormone replacement and IV therapy, which is a huge thing in our clinic. So check us out. Would love to see you.
All right. I just want to say this, AJ. You had me at Gotham City, but you lost me at Jets. Guys, thank you very much.
Hey, listen, the Super Bowl's in Las Vegas next year. It's going to be a New York Jets home game.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks. All right. Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, guys.
Jennifer, we appreciate it. All right. With that, we're going to step aside for a very quick break. We come back. The Savannah Bananas will be on your screen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere, the show that normally is all about wrestling. And sitting to my right, of course, everybody knows this is the Chief. So today we've been talking about this, Chief, since November? Don't loosen up too much. I don't want to hurt your back there. Easy. You know he has an exercise videotape out, pattern after Richard Simmons. Anyway, we've been talking about these guys.
Send me a message. I'll send you $5.99 in the exercise video.
And your
and the toy stick.
We've been talking about these guys by accident since November, right?
November. Our good friend down in Florida.
Yeah, Ronald Youngster joining us on video, as you can see, fresh off the field, folks. You know, we bring live stuff here. Christian Bierman and Tanner Thomas. Right now, they're both dressed as Savannah Bananas, I think, right?
No. These guys party animal gear on.
Oh, yeah, party animals.
Yep.
All right. It's not that
He's
good.
on the dark side. You know, he loves to represent those guys.
My boy's got the party animal on.
I see that, but the clip we have, though, he's in the wrong uniform. It's not to spoil anything.
It's okay.
All right.
It's all right.
So we'll get to all that.
I got to tell you guys something. I got freaking underwear older than both of them. I just want you to know that.
And he's wearing them today.
Yeah.
I wear them for every game.
Yeah, buddy.
You don't have a G string on, do you? You know, Bull Durham. Bull Durham. Anyway, listen, guys, you're right off. You just got off the field. Thank you so much for making time with us today.
Absolutely.
We've been building this up since November, and I was asking Chief earlier today about how do we even get onto the Savannah Bananas, and can you quickly just share how we got there with these guys?
I was talking to a friend of mine who lives down around the Tampa Bay area, Ronald Young, and we were talking about minor league baseball teams and their names, you know, like the crawfish and things like that.
The uniqueness.
And Ronald was in the chat room and he said, "You guys got to pull up the Savannah Bananas." He said, "You got to pull it up and look at them." Well, I'm gonna tell you, after we pulled it up, we were sold.
There's hardly one episode since then where we don't mention you guys by name somehow, some way.
That's
So
awesome.
it's great. So let's get started. You know, for both of you, I'll throw you off with this basic question. Obviously, you guys play the sport. We looked into your history a little bit, your college experience, et cetera. How did you get hooked up or selected to play on these teams? I mean, this is not like, you know, hey, let's go play a pickup game. This is serious stuff here.
Well, I think for us too, we're kind of a rarer case when it comes to this team because we actually played for the team when it was a summer ball organization.
Oh.
It was a college team. So this is being my 5th year and what, 4th or 3rd year?
Yeah, it's my 4th season.
Yeah, 4th year. So we're some vets here, and we just we had our college coaches during the seasons set up during the summer ball where we'd be going to play. And by the grace of God, we were lucky enough to get selected to come here over summer, and we loved it showing up. And I didn't know anything about this place, and they just immediately started throwing me into dances. Same with Tanner here, and we just fell in love, and we just got the opportunity to keep doing this as pro ball when we graduated from college, and man, what a blessing.
Now, was there, and then I'll,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
What kind of adjustment did you guys have to go through in terms of how you played baseball the normal way versus this, we'll just call it entertainment style of baseball with only like 9 rules? There had to be some adjustment in mentality, I would think, and not skill, but what's the adjustment like? Tell me.
Well, offensively, so Dearman's pitcher, I play.
Yeah, we can tell you both sides right
That's
here.
cool.
Right. So, I mean, offensively, it's just rules, like not leaving the box. Like I used to step out of the box, reset, you know, just clear my mind for a second, think about the situation, everything along those lines. But so you can't step out of the box, so you get sped up really quick. Just you can steal on a pass ball. I mean, at first you kind of forget about stuff like that, but the game definitely sped up. But then at the same time, you got to do like Dearman dance on the mound, so it's hard not to smile whenever you're trying to compete against them. So it was more or less like the speed of the game for an adjustment, and then just being able to have fun.
Yeah, truly is.
Now the pitcher side, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the pitcher side, man, I have never had to be this much in shape before in my life. Because we're just like constantly moving, you know. With the MLB developed the pitch clock this year. It's about 20 seconds, and they throw a pitch. Well, I could throw about 5 in that 20 seconds. So, you know, our conditioning level is off the roof, and then we have to be really cognizant of memorizing some of these dances and the routines that are on the script during the game because we really want to nail them. So just the overall focus in the game, the speed of it, the cardio conditioning, there's so many aspects that come into being just a great banana ball player.
So, folks, I want to throw this out. Christian, am I right that you graduated from St. Thomas University?
I did with my master's degree.
And Tanner, you graduated from Virginia Tech?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we got that out of the way. Now, I want to go to the important question. Christian, you talked about the being able to throw 5 pitches within the 20-second time clock. I got to ask you, how does my boy Bill the Spaceman Lee do when he's throwing pitches off of the pitching mound? Could you tell me that?
You know, I've never met a guy that is that competitive in my life. he is just going up there and he's wheeling and dealing, you know. He's just stepping up there, ripping the fastball, then we'll throw a little like eephus in there to throw some of these guys off.
It's with the lob.
He's just coming all in attack mode. And he throws at a couple people too and tries to start a little bit of a fight. It's hilarious. We love it.
Now, the next question I got, who did the backflip out in center field to catch the ball? Was it one of you two guys?
No, not us. We can't do that.
Yeah, we're not that athletic.
I'm trying to get you guys over. One of you suck it up and say, "Yeah, I did it." Chris, I
wish, but that was DR.
I'll own up to it.
That's right. Because that backflip is on that top 10 list. As a matter of fact, let's go to those two clips real quickly. Love to get your reaction to, well, I mean, listen, we got Dolce Banana here right on the. Yeah, exactly. Call 911. I think he just threw his back out.
I'm only.
So we're going to pull those clips up, and we'll get your thoughts on them. John, whenever you have ready, please. Here we go.
Right fielder number 5, Tanner Thomas.
There it is.
Wow. Some flashing lights, a little paparazzi show. For the Bananas right fielder. Oh, he just kissed Christopher Vasquez right on the hand.
Who are you wearing? Dolce Banana.
Wow, little Dolce Banana from Tanner Thomas. That one off the hands. But Tanner
That's
Thomas.
just how I wrote it up. I knew the pitcher could never blow it by me. Oh!
I can personally attest that it's saved probably 5 or 6.
That'd be hero.
Yeah, just fluke shots over second that he's there to catch every time, which is definitely something cool to see. Catch it, stay in here. Oh! That one's caught! It's out number 3! How about that? Zach Whalen pops out to the crowd for the second time in his banana ball career.
The first foul ball caught in the Bananas.
Cutter in on his hands. Oh, here we go.
Yes.
These guys are spot.
So we're going to pause on that last one because I've never seen a trifecta pitching windup. But first of all, we're going to go back to Dolce Banana here in a second because I want to know how surprised was the guy that you kissed him on his hand. I don't know if that's in the choreography. But what people don't know, and rule number 8, if a fan catches a foul ball, as we saw, it's an out.
Yeah.
How cool is that for the fans to give them some motivation to come to the game for a chance to literally participate in the game?
Man, it's the best. It's the best. I gotta tell you, for me, I remember 2 weeks ago in Montgomery, I had back-to-back fan catches, and I was loving it because honestly, you never expect it to happen. But when a fan just sticks their glove out and makes a heck of a play, and it gets me an out, and they get to come onto the field and everything, they have the best time of their life. They're an all-star that day.
That's right.
This guy, he hates it though because it's happened to him.
Do they get their name in the record books as an official player when they record it out that way?
They should.
I think they should, honestly.
Go ahead.
And my next question, how many sellouts? You guys sell out every night.
Every night.
Every night. In fact, I've tried to get tickets to come to your games out here. They're freaking sold out already. The Chiefs banned from coming to the game. What's up with that? No, seriously, we're excited.
You're giving them your name.
Yes.
We're so excited to get you all out here. And
can't wait.
The ballpark you're going to play at, beautiful. It's Lewis Ballpark in AAA baseball. Okay, that's where you guys are going to be playing. In fact, next year, I hate to say this, the Oakland A's are going to be playing there next year until their stadium gets built.
That's pretty cool.
It's about.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so that's where you guys are going to be playing.
During the year of the pandemic, just before everything shut down, the Las Vegas Ballpark was actually voted number 1 in the country by Major League Baseball and fans or whoever as the number 1 AAA stadium in baseball.
Wow. You guys are getting us pumped.
Well, that's good.
Hey, that's good.
Listen, there's a pool in deep right center field, so I could see somebody playing that up.
Whoever's playing.
I might have to go take a dip out there.
Uh-huh.
Take it a little
Hey, anyway, here's my next question for you. I saw a clip of pizza getting delivered to the ballpark. I just want to know, what kind of pizza do you guys like?
I just
I'm
want
pretty much a big sausage and pepperoni guy.
I'm a big Hawaiian pizza guy.
Domino's, Papa John's.
It has to be their pizza affiliate. I got to imagine they have a sponsor.
I mean, not really.
We need one.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you out here, brother.
Well, I love Papa John's.
No, yeah, there you go. No bananas on the pizza or what?
Our mental strength coach, part of his routine is actually getting a pizza from Cece's every single day.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
I hope
if
I
you
hope
take down that pizza, you could take down anything.
Yeah.
I hope the delivery person gets a hell of a tip when they deliver to the stadium like that to you guys.
Oh yeah.
I bet they do.
Yeah, they gotta go to center field or the batter's box even.
Oh, absolutely. Well, just for everybody following right now, they will be in town May 19th and 20th of the month, which, of course, unfortunately, you can't go because there ain't a ticket to be had. Offered to carry their luggage in, and we've been denied.
Yes.
So, but if you got a couple of press passes that you might know may be available, I got 3 guys at least that, we'd love to see you.
Hey, can they hit, throw, or dance?
Yes.
We'll make lessons.
I can exercise.
I can certainly.
You need a yoga instructor. Where you have
There you go. Hey, I'm open for anything.
Listen,
have you had a 70-year-old person out on your field?
Oh, look.
Bill Lee.
Yeah, Billy, man, that would be a hell of a combination, man.
I'll 76-year-old bat.
I'll catch and he can throw.
Yeah.
That would be in the geriatric league.
Yeah.
If you ask him to do yoga, he'll get down on the mat. He'll never get back up. You'll just learn one thing called down, and that's it. That's it.
I mean,
So what's the average length of time for each game given the entertainment value? Because as you alluded to with the pitch clock and everything, Major League Baseball is trying to speed up the game. But with everything that goes on in a game, what's the average time that a game takes to play? I'm just curious.
So we have our 2-hour time limit where we actually are able to fit the whole game and all the entertainment pieces that we are doing throughout the game into that 2-hour time. It's only when the showdowns happen is that we go maybe 30 minutes over that 2-hour limit, but at most it'll be a 2.5-hour game.
Yep.
It's not bad.
Well,
that's not bad.
Really sweet. But we actually have our show. The show starts way earlier. It starts at 5:30 where we have a parade that we come through the whole line. You get to see our cast of characters with the band, us players, some of our other players that are characters as well, the Nanas, the Nanas, everyone comes out, do a whole big parade through the crowd that's waiting against the stadium, do Hey Baby at the front, count them down, they all start flooding the field. And that's when our show really starts.
Wow.
They got a senior section for fans, senior citizens. That's it. Just senior citizens. Me. Just me.
I have so many things I could say to that, but
Shut
I'm
up.
going to go.
Anyway, I got you guys, first and foremost, you're ball players.
We are.
And I know that. So as ball players, okay, and serious question, as ball players, what's your reactions to the fans' reactions of you being out on the field as a ball player, not as the production part? Your thoughts?
Well, the whole show, like everything, the reason why we're pretty much here and everything is based on the fans. Like, it's fans first entertainment is what we do here. And just the priceless look on like a little boy's face or a little girl's face after us just being in uniform and talking to them, actually initiating, like, you're here in front of me, I can sign your baseball, I can just talk to you if you want. It makes up everything. I mean, that's what motivates me to go out there every day. Just have a smile on your face, because you never know. Like, that can really change someone's day, life, month, whatever it is. So the fans is really the whole reason why we do this.
And we need more of that in the world, fellas. So thank you for what you do.
For those who want to see the games here or any place that you guys go to, which, by the way, go to the Savannah Bananas. I can't even say it straight. Give me your teeth, Chief. The Savannah Bananas.
I didn't wear them today.
Oh, crap. .com website. Their schedule is there. Pull up the schedule. It's one of the tabs across the top. But don't be surprised when you click on a date, you'll see the city. It's going to say sold out.
Yep.
So if you think you want to see a game in your town, you either better start looking at next year's schedule if it's posted.
In your lifetime.
In your lifetime. Or you've got to search out to see where they're coming from, because you guys are really the baseball version of the Harlem Globetrotters in a way. Do you guys don't even know who the Harlem Globetrotters are? I should have asked that first.
No, we do, but hey, we're already way bigger than them.
In a way, I would tend to agree with that. Because you don't see the Globetrotters out much anymore, because I mean, and certainly not with the name.
The blessing we got from is all the social media. They didn't really have that in their time period. If they would have had that, man, I'm sure that they would still be around. Like, well, I know that they're still around today, but they'd still be as big as they were at the time period when they first started off. We had social media back then as well.
Right. Makes sense.
They were fortunate enough to travel the world. With you all just starting out from 2016 forward, hope you guys get to travel the world. So, how many people, including production, how many people are in the organization? Any idea, fellas?
I think it's roughly a couple hundred, maybe 150.
But for full-time employees, a lot of people are part-time here. Because it's obviously a very busy season, and all, but for full-time employees, I think we only have about 40 of maybe the 300.
Okay, gotcha. That's a great question. Jesse Cole is one half of the ownership because it's his wife as well, correct? His wife Emily. Does he really have a yellow tuxedo for every day of the week? And have you ever seen him wear something other than the yellow tuxedo?
He does have enough tuxedos, probably for every day of the month, to be honest.
Yeah. It's actually scary.
Yeah, and it's a really rare sighting if he is wearing something else. Typically, he's out running if he is wearing something else.
Yeah, we're not disclosed to say if he ever wears anything else.
You have to kill us if you tell us, right?
It's all yellow, don't get me wrong.
It's always yellow.
That's right.
See, you already messed it up.
What?
He don't run the ball club.
What?
When have you never known a woman like Miss Emily? She runs the ball club. He doesn't run the club. She runs the club.
She's the boss.
See the boss. The chief knows.
All right. So since this is,
He was building up to it.
yeah, right. He was building up to patting himself on the back like Barry Horowitz.
That's why it says.
I know that. So
I don't forget who I am.
So since this is a wrestling show as well, okay, we got to ask you a couple of wrestling questions today.
Let's do it.
Okay? You, before we went on the air, you said you recently saw a show of one of the major companies. Share your experience with that. And out of that show, who did you like the most?
Oh,
we already know the answers to this.
Yes.
Go ahead.
We absolutely love it. So we went to see an AEW event, and it was absolutely electric. All from the entrances to the way that they were wrestling out there, to the way they were walking around. Like, it was awesome. But there was one guy that really stuck out to us, and it was Orange Cassidy. Freshly squeezed.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Yeah. It was so great. You know, he just got the shades on, hands in the pocket, and he's just kicking butt all day long. Tanner couldn't get his eyes off of him.
Nope, he was awesome.
I don't see how he could be portrayed though as a banana, because you need at least one hand to swing a bat.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Unless he could do it with his feet.
But he was doing flips without his hands. Like, it didn't make no sense.
I know.
He got knocked on his back and then flipped right back up with his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So, Orange Cassidy. I'm so glad you guys said that, because I was afraid one of you was going to say MJF. So thank God.
All right. So on this show, we call old school wrestling Chief and I pretty much stand on that side from the 90s back. Okay? Current wrestling, 90s forward.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, Chris, I'm going to start with you. If you would build a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, managers, whoever you see, and I'm going to purposely stretch the question out so you have time to think about it. Who would you put on a Mount Rushmore of wrestling? Then, as baseball players, I want to know your Mount Rushmore of baseball players.
Oh, you got it. All right. Wow. Well,
We asked the
I
questions.
gotta put Ric Flair up there. You know that.
Okay, Flair.
Yeah.
Woo!
Man. Woo! I want to put Undertaker.
Okay.
Because just that whole character, that whole persona, that's terrifying. It used to scare me as a kid. Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. That's true.
I'm doing a big Mount Rushmore. We gotta go before 90s. So it's before our time, but we got this.
No, you don't.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Okay.
You want to put
Whoever
on there.
this is your Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
On who you want.
Right. I was just giving you that one so you understand where we are in our conversations.
Yeah.
Like
Those
Chief,
two for sure. Still, though.
Chief will put up a Mount Rushmore, Bruno Sammartino 4 times. Okay.
Yep.
So that's why we clarified.
No doubt about it.
Sorry, Matt.
Oh.
Anyway,
Well,
chime in.
I'm putting John Cena in there.
Okay.
Just I love it. I love him, man. And then I'm going to go with Rey Mysterio. Ooh.
You know what? That's not a bad Mount Rushmore.
I like that. Flair.
I just love it.
For Flair,
Undertaker,
Cena,
and Mysterio. That's pretty good.
I like that.
All right, Tanner, your turn. And while you're doing that, then this way Chris, you can think about his baseball Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So I got 2 of the same. Honestly,
Okay.
I got to put Ric Flair and I got to put Cena up there.
Okay.
But the only 2 differences, I got to do The Rock. I absolutely love The Rock.
Okay.
Sorry, well, I don't know if that's basic or not, but
No. We smell what you're cooking, dude. It's all good.
Yep, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's
I like that too.
That's not, what I like is that both of them included Ric Flair, because that, by our methodology, that's mostly old school representation for Rick.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So the fact that they've included him into those other 3, I think they're great personally. I think those are great selections.
Oh yes.
But I noticed neither one of them picked a female wrestler.
No.
But that's okay.
Uh-huh.
We are a show of equal opportunity offenders. Don't worry about it. All right. Baseball Mount Rushmore.
Gotcha. All right. I'm putting Ken Griffey.
Senior, junior.
Yeah.
Senior.
I'm also putting the captain just because of how much of an impact he's got.
Let's go back to Griffey for a second.
Yeah.
Senior or junior? I'm presuming junior.
Junior. Yeah.
And then Captain Derek Jeter.
Captain Derek Jeter. Nolan Ryan, of
Okay.
course. He's a big one for me. And then I was going back and forth on this one because I didn't know if I wanted to go old school or new school or everything, but I figured that, man, if he's got a whole ballpark and experience named after him, and I'm going to go with Cal Ripken as well. Yeah.
The Iron Horse.
Yes,
That's not
exactly.
bad. That's not bad. A couple of infielders.
We have
Pitcher.
2 infielders, pitcher, and outfielder.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Just to let you know, I seen Cal Ripken play
in his diapers.
American Legion baseball.
Really?
When he played for Bowie, Maryland. Yes.
Tell him why, though.
Yeah, we got to hear why.
Yeah, tell him how you were out there. Don't respect it.
Okay. This happened back in Jersey, all right, at American Legion tournament. And I was out there working, and I was serving food. And after the game, Cal Sr., Mrs. Billy, Billy and Cal Jr. both played for Bowie, Maryland.
Yeah.
They all came up. That's how I got the meeting.
He was serving food, folks. That's how we got the meet the Ripken.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Figure it out from there.
Yeah.
All right, Tanner, your baseball Mount Rushmore.
All right, so I got to copy this one also, but it's Derek Jeter. I have to. He was my idol growing up.
I'm a Yankee. I have no problems with that.
There we go. Well, you might not like this one then. I'm going to throw Big Papi up there. David Ortiz.
Okay.
But I respect him.
Okay.
You have to.
Okay.
Chipper Jones, a Jacksonville guy, just also another legend out there.
Mhm.
And who was I thinking of fourth? So what is that? That's infield. I guess Big Papi was DHs.
But that's okay. He's a figure that goes on there regardless of position.
Yep, and this might be called a little too early, but I'm going to throw Mike Trout up there.
He hates pitchers. He just hates them.
All right, how about this? I'm going to take Mike Trout out and put Randy Johnson up there.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Right,
Thank you.
So wait, who did you just take off to put Johnson on? Trout?
Trout. Took off Trout.
But I
A little too
agree.
early.
I think Trout should be on there at some point, but he's
At some point.
got to get out of the Angels. He's got to get onto a team like the Bananas.
know.
Something.
I know. That Angels team, they're so they got some big names there, but it just doesn't get put together well.
Shohei Ohtani will not be there the following year. He's a free agent after this year. He'll sign somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your comments on their baseball Mount Rushmore, oh Chieftain.
Two fellas I didn't hear. Reggie Jackson, Tony Gwynn.
Oh,
Good one.
I just thought of another right now too. Is Jackie Robinson as well?
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep, well said.
We
Yep.
need more faces. That's all.
Yeah.
We just need more
Yeah,
faces.
well, that's true. We'll buy an extension for the next time. We'll buy another mountain. We'll create our own. Maybe we'll dedicate Red Rock.
How about
There we go.
how about Ricky Henderson?
Oh my gosh,
There's just so many names.
there's so many good players.
See,
That
I
he
haven't
deserves
named
to be up there.
He hasn't named a pitcher
I haven't
either.
named a pitcher.
Roger Clemens?
No.
I like you.
Hell no.
Hey, what about Tom Glavine?
No.
Tom Seaver.
Whitey Ford. Sandy
Sandy
Koufax.
No.
What did you say?
Come on, Chief.
Chief said no.
Hell no.
Greg Maddox. How about him?
Who?
Greg Maddox.
Oh, he's from Las Vegas.
so he's
Did
a
you
Vegas
know
boy.
that?
I did know that. That's why I was
Yeah,
like,
he's from
you
Vegas.
probably put him.
He does a lot of work for UNLV out here.
See, I really think Christian knows a lot about wrestling because he just put over.
I know. I heard it. He's trying the best.
Well, listen.
So when I see him, when they come out here to Vegas,
I hope we can somehow.
I'm going to hit him with the kendo stick.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to hit him in the damn leg so he can't play that night. And then he's going to try to do the dance, and he's going to go like this.
Sit down. You're going to get a heart condition.
I took my medicine.
Oh,
this
okay. Then
morning.
we're good.
We're good.
All right. So we have a couple of minutes left. So here's what I want you guys to do as we go out. All right, Christian, I want you to picture in your mind you are a face, a baby face in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever you want to model. Tanner, you're a heel, dude.
Yes.
And I want you guys to deliver a promo about the Bananas and baseball versus the party animal, whatever you want to do. Give us a promo,
God.
wrestling style before we say goodbye. I know. See, I asked you
You
these.
ready?
Jimmer's going to eat this up.
You ready?
Don't forget the video.
I don't even know what.
Whoa! What's up, wrestling fans? Come on out! Let's go to Las Vegas. See me kick these party animals behind. It's Mr. Electric, Tanner Kinder Thomas here. We're the Bananas and Party Animals. We're about to put on the greatest show in sports. It's electric, baby. See you next time.
You've stunned Tanner. He has no idea. Oh, wait, he's ready. Go ahead.
Oh,
No, he's ready. Go ahead.
Tanner, go one up.
I'm not topping that. There's no way in the world.
I
I'm
love
topping
this
that.
stuff.
I'll be the silent assassin with the stitches on the nose saying, you know how this works.
Hey, you know how that happened?
What's that? Oh, look at the guns. Giving a Hulk Hogan.
man.
Look at them. Holy cow. Bravo.
Hey.
Jeez.
You know, before we close this out, though, seriously, to you two guys, please thank Jesse and Emily for allowing you all to do this with us.
And a special shout out to Kara, who was she was the contact to put all this together. So thank you to her as well. Is there a way if anybody wants to watch this that the games will be on like YouTube streaming live somewhere?
Yeah, every single one of our games is live streamed for free on YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, they got a live game on YouTube tomorrow night.
Even though it's Saturday right now? Which Tuesday are you talking about?
Next week.
Next week. Okay.
Next week.
All right. See what happens when you overdose on your medication? You don't know what. Anyway, all right, fellas, you guys have been great and gracious. I know you just got off the field. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. We hope we can somehow get to the stadium when you guys are in town. We'd love to meet in person. On the way out, though, what we're going to do, we have a little video promo about the party animals.
Yes.
We'll do that on the way out. Guys, thank you again. We look forward to keeping in touch. Ladies and gentlemen, the Savannah Bananas, we have our guests here. I'll tell you what, make sure you look up Tanner and make sure you look up Christian to come into town. With that, we're going to watch this quick video, and then we're going to go to break. There'll be more of Thoughts Count Anywhere right after this. Take it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. Unfortunately, there was one thing missing.
Me.
You. We'll have to make sure that schedules align for that.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to be a part of the next one. Those guys seem like they're super entertaining.
I'm gonna tell you, man, I had so much fun. And if those two are like the rest of them, it's a class organization. Because we had so much fun. And to see how they closed it out.
Yeah.
They're as crazy as we are. And they would fit right in.
Oh, a lot of crazy.
Right in with us.
You know, we did Ronald favorite and kudos in all seriousness aside from the Knoxville stuff. Thank you, Ronald, for making that connection last year when we started. He dug in. I asked him to find out who the marketing person was.
Yep.
He did that, introduced us, and my only disappointment is that we didn't get to do it in person with them.
Yes.
But that's okay. You know what? We did that. They had a ball. Kara, their marketing person that I talked about, she loved it. So, you know what? TCA and now Savannah Bananas. I liked your idea while I was playing. Matt's going to maybe clip a little bit of that, put up his YouTube shots, and then we're going to text the Bananas, and they'll hopefully pick it up. So
hopefully we can do more with it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have them on again. I mentioned maybe those two guys will come back as our special on the road reporters down the line. So, but we had a lot of fun doing it. They were great, and thank you again, Ronald. Jamie says this was honestly really cool. Matt, have you had more run-ins with the devil and God in human form lately?
Huh?
Oh, and I kicked out God and Satan in the same shift. I haven't seen those two.
There you go. Jamie, thanks for joining us. All right, we only have about 6 minutes left. We doing birthdays?
Happy birthday.
Hold on, I'm almost done with my DoorDash order.
You ordered this?
Okay.
Okay, Booker T.
Doing my Booker T thing.
All right. That's wild. If you are celebrating a birthday today, May 6th through next week, May 12th, then as we're waiting for the band to strum up and play, you are celebrating a birthday with these people. Ryan Knobs, Colt Anna, Mordecai, Piper Niven, and Apollo. May 17th, Hercules, Owen Hart, Mandaloa, Kevin Owens, Angelico, Will Ospreay, and Camacho.
I thought you watched
Is he? Yeah. Not on the shows I've watched. May
you only watch
Thomas
one
Ochampa,
eye open.
Io Shirai, Truth Martini.
Yeah.
May 9th. I got that one right. May 9th, perhaps one of the worst wrestling names ever. Bastion Booger, Kevin Kelly. God, I remember him. May 10th, Tito Santana, William Regal. May 11th.
Johnny Knoxville.
May 11th, Billy Kidman, Bobby Roode, Lince Dorado, Paul Diamond.
So he can't reach it.
I'll sell the Johnny Knoxville for like $1.50. And Daisy Hayes. Anna May 12th, Doug Basham, Ricky Ortiz, Kushida, and James Dudley. Happy birthday to each and every one of you out there celebrating birthday with those fine people. And again, please, as a reminder, use our Facebook page. Go to the page. If you're invited and you're part of the group, put some announcements in there that you would like us to give. Then it's considered like what are the ones that they do, the entertainers do those videos?
Cameo?
Cameo. Just like Cameo, only we don't charge you.
I should sign us up for that.
There you go. Well, see, never mind. You lost your chance.
You got 1 week left for a free promo. I'm going to start charging for that.
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely. So we only have a couple of minutes left. So, guys.
And if you want the bonus content, you have to get the promo without Chief's teeth. It's going to be like $5 extra.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah.
What the hell is this? Pick on Chief Day? Or what?
Not me. That came
Every
from that
Saturday.
side. Every Saturday. Every Saturday.
See, at least he's honest.
That's
man.
right.
That's
Exactly.
it.
Now, I will say this. I want everybody to keep an eye out on our social media pages. We have some changes coming to the show come June. So keep an eye out for that to happen so you stay on pace with us. So,
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And it's good changes. Nothing terrible. Except
nothing
Thomas
bad.
is fired
Nothing
and
bad.
Ronald is fired.
Hey,
Ronald, as cool as that interview was, is still the second best thing you did for the show this week.
Great.
yeah.
I'll never live that down.
Something that they do every week. I'm going
I
to
think Matt paid him to do that.
shout out the Top Rope Collectibles.
Oh, yeah. TRC, our friends. Yes. How are they doing down there? You know, somebody down there started their own wrestling podcast. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Did you see
the
that?
rabbit hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. I go in there and watch it.
Did?
Yeah.
We
You cheat on us?
Yeah.
I was going to say, we inspired them.
Guess what the hell? I'm full fun.
Oh, Brandy, now that we fired,
Full-time.
now that we fired Thomas,
Oh.
Brandy's now full-time.
Hell yeah.
Come on in, girl. Anytime. What is Aaron Phillips? I have to know how I get that shine on my head to watch it. Listen,
It's called Chrome Dome.
go to a bowling store
Huh.
and get those bowling buffer bags that you used to put your bowling ball into before you put it in the bag. That's all I do is I put that on my head and I just buff it out, man. That's it.
Bushwhack works too.
Bushwhacks. real interesting. All right.
I was looking for something. I can't think. See,
Your marbles.
God damn it.
Backlash tonight. Peacock, 4 p.m. pre-show, 5 p.m. main card. Have fun with it. We'll have all sorts of reactions next week and thoughts about the card and results. Gentlemen, great show today. A lot of fun, a lot of good topics.
Absolutely.
And again, thank you to Savannah Bananas. Thank you to Jennifer and AJ coming out and talking to us about Infinite Wellness here in Vegas.
I love getting browbeat every week.
Our new sponsor.
You're welcome.
That's right.
I do.
And he
I
doesn't
love-
even pay for it either.
No.
But anyway, all right. Final thoughts, Mr. Matt.
Everybody have a great week. Be safe out there. Never know how much time we have left. Tell your friends, family, you love them every day. Hope my grandma feels better. She's in the hospital, going to see her right now. And everybody have a good one.
Mr. Chief.
First and foremost, prayers to Mr. Matt's grandma.
Thank you.
Please, grandma, get better.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you're going home tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
That's right.
Second of all, I haven't talked about this yet. I'm going to lead into it, and over the next couple of weeks, I will start watching School Zones. Remember, folks, couple weeks the children will be out of school, so let's keep it safe and make it easy for the children. I've said for the Chief today, over and out.
Except for those that will be attending 3 more weeks of summer school here in Vegas, which will start the Tuesday after Memorial Day and go until Friday the 16th of June. So be careful of that as well.
3 weeks is nothing. Chief had to take chemistry his senior year. I had to go to summer school 9 weeks. 3 weeks is nothing, man. You could do that on your head.
Before we went on the air, we were talking with John. You said 6 weeks. How did it become 9 weeks now?
I felt I felt like upping it.
Okay. All right.
You know what they say?
The mind's the first thing to go.
The Marine Corps builds men. Sometimes it takes them 4 years. Sometimes it takes them 20.
That's it. That's it.
All right.
And And don't forget the Marine Corps. Don't forget your check says Department of the Navy.
All right. Well,
we scam you every.
With that, I'm turning it over to Aaron. So don't let him interrupt you no more.
On behalf of Johnny Knoxville,
that's it.
Now, seriously, thoughts and prayers to your grandma, but also we'd be remiss if we didn't mention thoughts and prayers and support to Scott.
Yes,
Scott Hosey.
Mr. Hosey.
His mom passed away earlier this week, and so big support to you, my friend.
Yeah,
anything you need, we're all here for you. All right, join me in an hour from now. My special guest is going to be Lucy May and Dallas Williams, who are part of Lucifer. They have a show coming up May 19th. If you like hard rock, hard punk. I'm trying to wrap up, Chief. What do you got?
He has to go to the bathroom.
Could you consider bringing that young fella back on the Kiwanis show again, please?
Oh, Justin?
Yes. I love that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Close it out.
I will talk to Governor Val and see what we can do. All right. With that, be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all have. I'll see you in an Aaron's hour. But this crew, this motley crew, we'll see you next week right here on Thoughts Count Anywhere. Thank everybody. Have a great rest of your day.